she didn't deserve this. Whatever the situation was, like this, she didn't deserve this.
Family saying they were talking with the mother of two suspected killer for months, not knowing he was a suspect in her death.
According to Cincinnati police, on February 15, 2020, officers found 24-year-old Deandrea Funchess unresponsive. At the time, her family stated they were told her cause of death was an accidental overdose. 5 months later, after the death of their loved one, her child's father was arrested and charged with her murder. Deandrea Funchess was 24 years old and lived in Cincinnati. Family and friends described her as fun, outgoing, and creative. According to her mother, she was known for being both the life of the party and for having turned her life around for the sake of her children. Deandrea lived with her boyfriend, Mazio Arnold, and their 2 children. Reports didn't go much into detail about the nature of their relationship. They only stated Deandrea's main focus was to do everything for her little ones.
Hey, Dizzy. No, Daddy is not up here, boy. He downstairs. Why are you drilling on me like that?
She was also centered on starting a career in healthcare. Deandrea was working at a nursing home in her area, and she loved everything about her job. Sadly, in February of this year, it was reported Deandrea was found unresponsive in her home. For months, her family questioned her cause of death. It wasn't until Deandrea's child's father was arrested when her family learned the gruesome details about what allegedly happened.
Yeah, Trisha and Rob are live here outside the Hamilton County Jail because this is where Mazio Arnold is being held on a $750,000 bond. And like you guys said, the family had been in contact with him for months. This is because he shares 2 children with Deandrea, and they were just wanting to see and speak with those grandchildren, not knowing he was suspected of killing her. And we do need to warn you, some of the details in this story are disturbing.
According to Cincinnati police, on February 15th at 2:50 a.m., officers went to a home for a deceased person call. Police determined the victim was unresponsive, and the Cincinnati Fire Department officials declared her deceased at the scene. The victim was identified by family as 24-year-old Deandrea Funchess. According to court documents, Arnold told authorities she had died from an overdose. However, while months went by, the investigation into the death of Deandrea continued. Eventually, medical examiners determined that her cause of death was actually homicidal violence. Recent court records revealed homicide investigators wrote in an affidavit the harm was so severe that her spinal column separated from the base of her skull. On July 13, 2022, Cincinnati Police Department finally arrested Mazio Arnold.
Man accused of brutally beating a woman to death facing a judge. 25-year-old Mazio Arnold is accused of killing 24-year-old Deandrea Funchess back in February. It happened on West Galbraith Road in Hartwell. Cincinnati police are saying that Funchess died there at the scene. Today we learned disturbing details of her condition when crews got there.
The defendant assaulted the victim so violently that her head was internally decapitated from her body, resulting in her murder.
Arnold is the father of 2 young kids with a third on the way.
Hamilton County Jail records show that Arnold's bond is set for $750,000. This case is going to a grand jury on July 25, 2022. Currently, the homicide unit is still investigating and is asking anyone with information to call 513-352-3542. Her mother told the news that the family had been talking with Arnold for months, not even knowing that he was a suspect. But her mother said that her daughter's initial cause of death never made sense to her.
From day one, it never made sense to me. Whatever the situation was, like this, she didn't deserve this.
Her mother only learned investigators' version of events when police arrested Arnold. She read the gruesome allegations online.
So I didn't get an official report, but I read it online. I didn't know that it was that brutal. As far as I knew about him, he seemed to be okay. The kids loved him. They had issues like any other couple, but I never in a million years would have thought that this would have been the outcome of that situation. I'm more or less concerned about the kids because now they've lost both of their parents.
This story is extremely devastating. I will continue to keep her friends and family, especially her children, in my thoughts and prayers. I am glad they continued to investigate this. You guys, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below. Let's please respect the victim in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. And with that being said, don't forget to check on your loved ones.